Well, hello everyone. We're live, and it's Thursday, and it's fully loaded on Radar. Welcome along. And just as I say that, a load more people pop in on the panel. Anyway, so welcome along for another couple of hours of fun frolics, and probably might even talk about motorbikes at some point. But before we do that, of course, what I always like to do right at the very beginning is get the people on the panel to say hello to you viewers. So we'll just run through the panel now and get them to say hello. Okay, let's start in no particular order with Bobby.
Hello, everybody. So nice to see you all. He paid me to say that.
Awesome, cheers, Bobby. Oh, and then we've got Chris Peach in Gibraltar.
Hello, everybody. Ride safe and ride invisible.
Excellent. Cheers, Chris. And over in UK, we've got Kev.
What's going on, people? Is it just me, or is my camera frozen?
Your camera has gone completely black.
Has that fixed it?
Yep.
If in doubt, bang it.
That's it, mate. That's what Andy says. Right, talking of Andy, let's go to something Andy.
Hello, everybody. Great to see you all tonight, especially my old friend there in New York, Bobby, the Beast Rider. and of course, my other friend, my little wounded soldier, Calm.
Yeah, we're all.
You can wave one arm.
Give us a wave, Rich, with both hands.
My little soldier.
Yeah.
Brave little soldier.
Can you do that, Rich? What about this? Can you do this?
One time. Yeah,
Oh, you can still do that, I see.
all right, we better go to Richard next, I suppose. Yes.
Guten Abend, mein Freundlich.
No.
Willkommen.
Pardon?
Willkommen.
All right, yeah.
You know why you speak in German, don't you? Because you can only do that.
Oh,
Yeah.
He's better expect some ribbing today.
Oh dear. Right. Okay. And also, let's go and say hello to Dave.
Hello, everybody, and it's nice to be here. He paid me to say that.
Oh, brilliant! That was a little bit spooky, especially hello and not goodbye for once. This is amazing.
Oh, is it the Thursday hangout? Oh, bye, Bobby. See you later.
Oh, wow. Right, and also for me, obviously, hello everyone. Thank you for coming along. Just to let you know, of course, that if you join us on Google Plus, which you will find a link on the bottom left-hand corner of this video on YouTube, you can go to Google Plus and switch on the Q&A from the little box in the top right, and therefore you'll be able to ask us questions live. Okay. I know I don't always mention that, but sometimes people don't know how to do it. So there you go. That's the instructions. Alrighty then. So without any further ado, what we'll do now is find out what news and topics our panel have spent lots of time over the last week preparing, ready for tonight's hangout. So let's go first of all to Kev.
I knew you were going to come to me first. I don't know why. I just knew. The only news I've got really is I've got a new bike, as most of you know. I've bought myself a Triumph Tiger
Yay.
800 XRX, and I love it. I'm absolutely chuffed with it. Sorry, my camera's gone again, hasn't it? Yeah, I'm absolutely chuffed with it. A few people have commented on the video, on the reveal video, saying that they're quite surprised that I got an adventure bike, and they thought I'd go for another naked bike. So I've got a topic, and the topic is, why do you ride the style of bike that you ride?
We've had that one, haven't we?
Oh, okay.
Why do we ride the style of bike? Okay. Brilliant. So you're loving the old Tiger then, buddy?
Yeah, made up with it. Yeah, really, really happy with it.
Excellent stuff.
And it sounds awesome now I've got the baffle out.
That's the right thing. Yeah, baffle it. Brilliant, Kev. Okay, and a good topic as well. I had topics from last week. However, I think the kids have stolen my my list and used it for drawing paper. So I don't know. If anyone wants to remind me of what I might have left from last week, just mention it. It's no problem. Right.
Yeah, yes. How does your vlogging style change since you've been starting?
I think we might have covered that one. So, just Dave, why are you there causing trouble? Have you got any news and topics, buddy?
Well, news. For my skin, I'm now on a drug called cyclosporin, which is a very powerful drug, and it seems to be working very good for me at the moment. Been on a couple of little half-hour rides on my bike, so I'm getting back into the realms of that. And it's not quite a topic, but I was thinking the other day it might be a good idea, maybe once every couple of months, we do one of these safety hangouts like you used to do at the beginning, 45 minutes. Because I was thinking every 6 months or so we were all getting new people coming and new vloggers and new people that are new to the bikes, and they might not be aware that you've done all of this beforehand. So either mention it or maybe just every couple of months or so just do one where we just talk about the safety stuff.
Yeah, I miss those safety hangouts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to think they were really, really good.
I'm glad you
Somebody
think
told me
that.
about safety.
That was the brainchild of me and Andy sort of combined, that was, wasn't it? We sort of come up with that one together, which...
Yeah. Do live safety chat. It's good.
Yeah. It was cool.
I learned a lot from those.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's probably a good idea. I've made a note, and yeah, we'll freshen it up. And I know we've covered a lot of topics. I think there's about 13 videos in total, but
I'm sure it won't matter if we go over them again, because people will be live, and hopefully we'll get some new people in the panel that can ask us questions, as well as just people that come onto the side. And we know you're busy as well, so you can't do it every week. But that's what I'm thinking, just every couple of months or so.
yeah, all right. I've made a note. Safety hangouts, freshen them up a bit. Go back to some old topics. I may not be able to. I'll have a think about when I might be able to do it. I might maybe do them like at a weekend, maybe on a Saturday evening. I don't know. It depends what people are doing. It's a bit much trying to do it before the fully loaded, to be honest.
Yeah.
It was a struggle last time for me, and with this job I've got now, it's really pushing my time really to do that. So we'll try, and what we'll do is we'll have a think about it, and try and come up with a decent day, evening maybe, that works for a lot of people, and we'll do it then, I think. Yeah, but I like them as well, and they're really good. I like the live questions about it all, where people ask anything they want about whatever topic it is we're doing. It's really interesting. Good. Yeah, we'll do that. Nice one, Dave.
Okay.
So we'll go from there, and we'll go to Savagindi. Any news and topics, buddy?
No.
I liked it, short and to the point.
No.
No. Okie dokie, bud. Nice one. Let's go then from there to Chris. Topics from you, buddy.
Not really news. No, not really. Nothing new, really. Anyway, I'm on Mrs. Peach's bike. She's got a bun in the oven, so that's not really news. You guys know that already. I put a rather interesting post on Google Plus, Facebook, and Twitter last night.
Yeah, I read it.
We've all read it.
Yeah, I saw that. I thought, Chris has let it go. Let it go.
Yeah, I think maybe there's an idea for a topic. Personalities on YouTube and sort of which ones are the fake ones and sort of which ones are more genuine. Maybe no one in particular, just generally.
Yeah.
It's just a reflection of life, I think. You're going to get good and bad people, aren't you? Just as you do in ordinary life.
Well, vlogger personalities. Yeah, but like you say, we won't name anybody. But
No one in particular. I mean, just it got me thinking, really. Generally.
Like Chris is a cheeky bastard, I can tell you.
Shut up, Captain Slow.
Blogging personalities, we'll call it. Okay, excellent. Cheers, Chris. Right, who haven't we done yet? Oh, let's go all the way over to New York for Bobby. And news and topics, buddy. That's you, bud.
All right. I'm just wondering, does this face hugger make my cheeks look fat?
No, mate. Make your cheeks look fat.
It'd probably make your knob look huge.
No. So, yeah, news. I'm a complete idiot because I was out in a really beautiful area, just riding along, having the camera on, and I did a little vlog, basically wishing Calm Rider, feel better because he's gone through some stuff, and I realized that I did not turn my headset on, so I have no idea whether or not my camera picked up anything. I just did today, and I'm feeling kind of stupid. So right about now, since you're here, Mr. Calm Rider, please feel better soon.
No, you don't want to do that. You want to go, please, Mr. Calm Rider. Nah.
His name is Calm Biker.
Yeah.
Calm Biker. See, I told you I was stupid.
That makes four of us.
If it makes you feel any better, Bobby, I mean, that was just one vlog, which you can pretty much do at any time. I mean, it's going to be out of action for a while, so you've got plenty of opportunities. When I went over for the Bulldog Bash, I did put the camera on my head, but forgot to press the on button.
Yeah,
that was like sort of a major dome moment.
Well, this past weekend, I actually, took a nice 100-mile ride and did not have an SD card in my camera for the entire thing. So yeah, I'm getting dumber by the minute. But anyway, Mr. Calm Biker. See, I kept saying Calm Rider because I'm wondering what our love child is going to look like.
Here we go.
He looks a bit concerned there.
Between that and superhero branded dildos, I'm getting really worried about you.
I'm not so much worried about what our love child's going to look like as who's going to have it.
Richard, your mic is a bit quiet.
That's probably for the best.
Oh man! No, as far as topics, I actually, honestly, for once, have not a clue. So I will defer to the rest of the panel.
Okay. Well, we've got some stuff in the Q&A which I'll get to as soon as we get to the panel, by the way. So thanks for that, Bobby. Let's go to Richard. Richard, are you using topics for tonight, buddy?
News. I'm thinking about changing my channel name. Topics.
How not to fall off a bike.
Has anyone seen Beast Biker's new video? And to let you all know that in the next 6 months or so, Calm Beast Biker is due. But I'm hoping that Bobby's the one who's got birth.
He's probably got bigger hips than you.
Joe bearing hips.
Yeah.
I'm saying nothing.
Just wonder where that little bugger's going to come out of.
I've got a good idea.
Oh,
I'm trying not to think about it too much.
Oh dear. Anyway, congratulations, Richard. And let's hope it comes out all in the right places. Don't know where I was going to go with that for a minute, but anyway, let's just leave it there.
They say giving birth is the most painful thing you can do, and I suspect, in my case, that would be right.
Yeah, that old chestnut, the old having given birth is more painful than anything else, apart from man flu, of course.
That's the worst
Yeah.
ever.
Okay, so let's go to Keith then for news and topics.
No, nothing. I'm afraid.
Nothing.
No,
Nothing at all.
nothing at all. No.
Excellent.
Unless you want to watch my battery being charged, which is going to take all night. I don't think you'll be interested in that.
I would like to see you clean your laptop fan at some point. That'd be pretty cool.
I don't even dust the monitor.
Yeah, that's why the fan keeps kicking in.
Yeah, do you think so?
Yeah.
You're not one of them people who've got all like pubes stuck in the keyboard. And everything.
Cool.
Life's too short to mess around with small things in life.
There's no stuck in my keyboard. I changed it out last week.
I think I ought to hoover it out.
Yeah, if you hoover it, mate, you'll get the bum nuts off a screen.
Took all the dust out.
Well, you get the bum nuts off a screen if you give it a clean.
Hang on. Oh, I can see you now.
Ah!
Notice how we have the Hoover handy. Right. Okay.
I can't remember where I've put it. It might be upstairs somewhere.
Probably next to the tissues on the bed. Right. Anyway, let's get stuff again, Andy, for his news and topics.
You've asked me already.
Oh, have you? Sorry.
Yeah.
I've done everyone, haven't I?
Yeah.
Question.
have you?
Well, that's what my missus says sometimes.
There's only one. He muted himself.
Okay. Right then. Well, without further ado, let's go to the Q&A because the Q&A is getting busy. So let's go over there and see what's going on. And let's start with X88, and she says, "Hi everyone, smiley face."
Hi, Ben.
Hello, Bex.
And Bonsoir Snarter says, "Good evening to you all, tattoo nuts."
Ouch.
Yeah.
Is that an instruction?
Might be an explanation for you.
I've got a lot of tattoos, but I wouldn't like to tattoo my nuts.
I don't even know what design I'd go for.
Don't start that again.
No, we had that on purpose.
I'm just going to have full and empty on mine.
Would you stretch out the skin first, or would you go for the natural wrinkly look?
Depends on if you're tattooing raisins on them.
That would be the world's easiest tattoo. It'd just be like an black oval. Right, okay. Let's move swiftly on for that. Thanks, Von Schwarzenegger. Larry Davis. I think that's a new name. Hi, Larry. And he says, "Hello to the wise gods of vlogging."
Where?
I think
Where?
Larry's doing the wrong channel.
I think that was the Tuesday night hangout.
No, that's even further from the truth.
Okay, also, we've got Big Kev, and he says, "Good morning, chaps." Good morning,
Kev.
Morning, Kev.
Thank you.
Okay, mate.
I love your dirt bike. You're breathing a bit heavy.
I liked his thumbnail.
Really?
Whatever floats your boat. Was it the whole thumbnail or just part of it?
I'm not fussy, as you know.
Oh, what do you mean as if I know? I don't know. Right. So yeah, cheers for that, Big Kev. And let's then go to Von Schwarzenegger says fruit nuts in.
Fruit and nuts.
Little Boy Blues popped in. He says, "Evening,
Evening.
evening." Right. I won't bother reading yours out, Chris, because you're here.
Don't read mine out now.
And Weggy, Weggy's here. He says he'll pop in, and there he is. But he's got himself muted at the moment. I don't know if you know Weggy. And then Larry Davis quickly comes back in and says, let the tattoo nuts all hang out. Oh.
Don't you ever gonna live this down, these fucking tattoo nuts, you know?
Don't wear short shorts in the summer,
Mm.
especially if you're over 73.
Oh.
God, yeah.
Right, okay. And we've also got T Biker, and he's got a topic for the panel. And he says, hi, Biker, by the way. And he says, quick topic for the panel. What do you remember from your childhood that you don't see anymore? Things like white dog shit and hedge porn.
When he says hedge porn, is he saying because nowadays ladies like to shave? Or is he pointing out that to do that nowadays you'd have to find a laptop in a tree?
Exactly.
I think one of the things that I miss when I go riding is parking spaces. They seem to all be filled up with cars at the moment.
That's true.
You used to go up to my mum and dad's road and you'd have 4 or 5 cars in the entire road. Now some of the houses have got 3 cars each.
Yeah. My next door neighbour's got 3, coming up for 4 now. You know, so that's always a problem.
You think you've got it bad? They're filling up all our parking spaces with houses.
Houses and mopeds.
And mopeds.
One thing that you don't really see anymore is kids playing out on the street. You never see kids playing out on the street anymore.
Yes.
No. Jumpers are goalposts.
Kev, firstly, that sounds a bit weird. And secondly, I don't know what mic you're using, but it sounds a bit weird also.
It's the same mic I always use. What's up with it?
It sounds like it's your camera mic.
I don't think Kev gets kids round his way anymore because he lives in a bungalow. It's where all folks live.
There's also the injunction.
Well, we weren't supposed to mention that on air.
Oh, it was a super injunction.
I've switched over to my laptop, so I picked my my laptop mic up by accident.
Yeah, no, it's working fine now, mate. It's awesome.
You don't see ET on it at the pictures anymore.
Yeah.
When I was a kid.
Yeah, I must admit, I mean, I've not seen white dog poo for a while, I have to say.
Well, I heard the theory, apparently, I don't know how true this is, but I heard the theory that you don't see white dog shit anymore because dogs aren't fed proper meat and things anymore. They're all fed these silly biscuits and stuff like that.
Because they don't get bones or something.
Yeah, was it dog meal?
As far as I'm aware, the cheaper dog food had chalk in it, and that's what you would. The body can't digest chalk, so that's why it was white.
I
But
think
it
a lot of it
could
is
be
just
wrong,
because people pick up the dog shit now and it's not left to dry out in the sun.
We will.
They don't round our way.
When we were kids, we used to use it as chalk. We used to use it to do the chalk on the pavement. You know, for the old hopscotch, number 1, number 2, number 3. We were so fucking poor, we couldn't afford chalk. So you used to pick yourself up a nice bit of chalky white dog shit, and you could ride it all over the fucking path, and away you went. Nothing wrong with that, mate. They're the good old days, you know.
Yeah.
When you were a kid, you used to wake up half an hour before you went to sleep. You used to have to lick road clean with tongue.
Yeah.
You had to pay the mill owner
white dog shit.
You had to pay the mill owner to go to work. And you tell the kids today, and they won't believe you.
You never see the SO Blue Man anymore, do you?
No.
No. Remember the old SO Blue Man used to come round and sell you the old paraffin?
Yeah.
You don't see that anymore. And tell you what, you don't see round here either. You don't see the Shrimp Man anymore.
The shrimp man.
Remember the Shrimp Man?
Or the pop man.
Yeah, he used to have a bloke round here called Shrimp Man. He used to come round and sell you shrimps. And then when he run out of shrimps, he'd come round with toffee apples and sell you toffee apples.
I'll tell you what you don't see anymore. Jim will fix it on the telly.
Or Rolf Harris.
Yeah.
Actually, the reason why that's the other reason why you don't see kids out on the street anymore, isn't it? Thank you, Jimmy.
You know, one thing I miss. Well, 2 things I miss. Knife sharpeners. The guys who used to run right around the van and sharpen your knives and all. The one who used to come to my parents' house, the dude was so nice, just so nice. and he loved the fact that I collected swords. So like we'd sit there and talk about swords while he was sharpening the knives and stuff.
How old are you?
How old am I now?
Yeah, well, that must have been 18 something or other.
No, I'm 39. I'm
You young whippersnapper.
I'm only farting a little bit of dust these days. But the other thing I miss, and this one kind of gets me, and oh god, now I can't remember what the hell it was because you asked me how old.
The other thing he misses is the brain cells that he's lost over the years.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing, I'm interested to know whether Bobby agrees with me on this.
All right.
But one thing that we definitely haven't seen since probably 1983 is a decent Star Wars film.
Yay! There's one coming, mate. There's one coming. The wait's almost over.
You know what? This probably is heresy, and I might get booted out of the hangout, but I've watched the trailers, and it's just more of the same.
What, like space and that?
I actually enjoyed all
Futuristic.
6 of them so far.
The thing I'll tell you another thing I miss. I miss wearing short trousers till I was 16. That was another thing that you don't see anymore. Isn't it? Boys wearing short trousers till they're about 16. Like we all used to in my day.
You mean shorts?
Yeah, short trousers. Yeah, nobody wore long trousers when I was a kid. We wore short trousers till we left bloody school.
Yeah, that was only because you had the same pair of trousers for 10 years and you sort of...
Well, same pair of pants actually. You had the same pair of pants, really.
No. You had the double-sided pants. And
You did?
them over, didn't you?
You swapped them over every other day. They lasted ages.
I remember what I missed. A profusion of really good British comedies, like Are You Being Served, Allo Allo. That one was my favorite.
Mm.
Oh man, so many things.
Well, if you have Sky TV, Bobby, they are still showing reruns of those shows on UK Gold.
Do they have Allo Allo there? Because I could not find that anywhere.
If you have Sky TV, if you have like Sky Internet or whatever, you can get it online as well, like internet telly, and you can get all the shows like Hello Hello and Are You Being Served and all of them. They're still being shown. They're still showing reruns of them.
I get Are You Being Served quite often, and I love it, but I cannot find it. So I am going to totally look that up because I love that show.
Find it on Google it. Google's the answer.
There you go. That's exactly what I'm about to do right now.
Indeed. Anyone else miss anything from the old days?
Everything.
I'll tell you what I miss. I miss the smell of two-stroke.
What?
Two-stroke bikes. When everyone had two-stroke bikes, I miss that sound and the smell. That was all.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you doing that?
What the hell's that?
Key. If you got locked up in your house.
His daughter.
Look,
He's got something locked up in there, hasn't he?
The last time his daughter came on, it was crash bang wallop. Dad.
Yeah.
Tell you one thing I do miss from the 80s, a serious one, is being able to just buy something, not rent it, not pay for it every month, not have to tell them your date of birth, your shoe size, and all that other information. People nowadays to buy something. You could just buy something.
yeah.
I'll tell you what it kind of on a par with that, but they are sort of coming back lately. The high street shops. Everything's bought on fucking line these days, and credit card, PayPal, and no one actually goes shopping anymore. It's all Amazon and PayPal. But apparently the high street shops are starting to make a comeback.
Jesus Christ, Keith! I'm going to have to meet you, mate, while someone's like cutting up the body.
Sir?
I don't know what the panel think, but do you reckon that years ago wagon wheels were bigger than they are now?
And skeleton crisps and fizz bombs.
Mars bars were bigger then, weren't they, years ago?
And marathons. Forget about the Snickers.
What about the days when there was no such thing as 24-hour shopping and supermarkets open on a Sunday?
What about the days before supermarkets?
Oh, we just got on with it, didn't we? You just
Oh,
did
yeah.
one. You did. Everyone did one shop a week. You know, now they go shopping every day almost and fill a basket.
I miss the old Aztec bars as well.
And Texan bars.
Yeah, Aztec bars. You remember them? They were fucking lovely.
Yeah. Those
You know what I really miss, like more than anything that you've all mentioned. I miss the times when we used to talk about motorbikes.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that actually happened. I think that's one of the fond childhood memories you've got. That
Well, you got to remember, he's only young himself, so of course he doesn't. He wasn't around in the 80s and 70s, and
he just remembers being a fetus.
yeah.
I remember the 80s. I was born in the early 80s. I remember the 80s.
I remember the 80s.
Born in the early
breathe. I just
working
floated
in
around.
the 80s.
Born in.
Word, I'm old.
1984, I was born.
I was working in 83.
The fucking
And it's,
retarded,
There
You
you go,
don't
son.
get the look at me, I
Topic is
know,
gonna
but
be
I had a
1983.
so.
You know, it really bugs me that over here. I don't know. You know, you guys. I don't know if you guys know the drinking age over here, but the drinking age is 21, which means that people who were born the year I graduated high school are legal to drink. Fuck them all. Ay, ay, ay.
I don't think you get away with it over at 21. It'd be a fucking riot, alright? Christ.
a riot of 20-year-olds. Well, actually, a riot of 16-year-olds.
I think the legal drinking age here was 10.
Yeah. Right, okay, let's move on from that. So, nice one, Michael. We could be here all night with that one. Good topic. Right, okay. Larry Davis now we've got people commenting on it, so that's great. Larry Davis says, everything show at 10:30.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Time, gentlemen, please.
Yeah.
François Snarter says, I miss endless summers.
Yeah.
It did seem to last longer in the olden days.
Actually, I miss the snow as well. We don't seem to get any now.
I think Endless Summers is a pseudonym for somebody who's put capital letters.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
I don't know if she was, but obviously, you know.
She was endless. Okay. Someone's got. Who's that? Jasuto77 says, one channel dot Bobby. I'm guessing that's a URL.
So he's put another comment up. When are you guys collecting your free bus passes?
Not for a while yet. Where was that?
Third one down.
Oh yeah, there we go. Just C277 again. Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be a while, mate. I don't think I'll ever get on the bus if I can help it.
No.
I just want to know whether that 77 is the year he was born or his age.
Wow.
He's just got a bus pass.
Yeah, maybe he's wondering we're going to get on the bus with him.
Go for a bus ride out. Let's go for a bus ride out today. We can all
I reckon I could manage that one at the minute.
Yeah, I'm organising the ride out. Everyone turns up on their bikes on the 11th, so yeah, we're going on the bus.
There we go. Me, Chris, and Calm there. We can all get together somewhere and go on a bus with our helmets on and just vlog from the top deck.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Actually, yeah, that'd be the first bus vlog.
I'd go for that. That'd be fun just to watch people's reactions.
That would be.
That's
a new challenge.
Yeah, there you go. Bimble Boy Blues come up with a good one. He says he misses the Avon lady.
Yeah. Ding dong, Avon calling.
Kev, can we please have a different angle to your camera?
Yeah, please.
Please, a different angle, please.
And obviously, he did have a very attractive lady by the sounds of it. Four, he says. I missed the Von lady. Von short for Avon, of course. And Jasitso77's come back and said something about, remember we were talking about the tattooed nuts? No, we probably won't do that one again tonight. That was meant. Dear. But yeah, I think it's a good pun, mate. Definitely sack that joke.
Over.
What the?
All this old stuff's coming through. Larry Davis says the old blackjacks. I remember them.
Yeah.
All for a penny? Jesus, how old are you? They were halfpence each when I was a lad.
They were a penny each when I was a lad.
I used to get two for a penny.
Have the halfpence when you
Remember
were a lad?
halfpence piece?
I used to
When did
get
halfpence piece
2.5p.
I
I
don't know.
used to get a sackful for a groat.
I remember I remember the big 5p's. Do you remember the big 5p? Oh, you'll all remember the big 5p's before they brought in the little tiny ones that they got now.
And the big 10p. And then not being a 20p.
There's something quite ironic about the youngest person in the hangout saying, "Do you remember the big 5p's?"
Yeah, clearly you all do. Well, Bobby doesn't. Ah, see.
Wait. You're talking about the big copper coins, right?
No,
This-
see.
Bobby, let us know.
This is the size of an old penny.
There we go.
He's been trying to spend that since 1973.
Yeah. Trying to pass off as a pound coin.
That's bigger than a pound coin.
£2 coin, yeah.
Do you remember the pound note?
Oh,
Yes.
There's nothing worse now than finding a pound note, is there? It's like, I can't spend that, can I? Right, okay, let's try and get off that subject. We've got Dave Meachin here. He says, "Hey guys, David from Glasgow." I'll put my teeth back in. "Hey guys, Dave from Glasgow. How are we all? Just joined a bit late and sorry to hear about Calm's collarbone." Sorry, that's probably the worst reading I've probably all done in my life there. But there we go. But yeah. So yeah, Calm has broke his collarbone in 5 places.
No, 4 places.
Oh, is it only 4? That's right then.
Yeah, it's in 5 pieces.
Ah, yes. Cool. Technically true. Yes.
I don't know how many mine was broken into, but I know my skull had 5 breaks in it.
Wow. Well, that's the thing.
That's why I haven't gone to work yet.
See, I know there's a few people that have had incidents where things have got broken, but I just want to quickly run through the panel, actually, just as a matter of interest. How many of you have broken things and how many times? Go on then, Richard, you go first.
Let's see. First thing I broke was my wrist. Nice bit of scarage. I don't know if it'll come out on the old camera.
Yeah.
I didn't realise I'd done it until I lifted my arm up, and my hand rested on my elbow. The bones came through, and the most painful part was when I got to hospital. The nurses said, "No, we can save that shirt, so we won't cut it off." I would say, "Well, it's covered in blood, so there's not really a lot of point there." Obviously, the collarbone. The most painful one, and Kev will know about this, was my big toe. I stubbed my big toe going up the stairs. And bizarrely, that was the most painful, but I split it from the end right down. And that was that stung. This, by comparison, is nothing. I'm only on paracetamols for this, so.
Right. Okay, fair few things there then. Let's go to Kev then. Kev, you broken anything?
Oh, fucking hell.
And a finger. I broke a finger as well. That's not that important. Carry on.
I've broken pretty much all my fingers and thumbs. I've broke my arm. I've broke my leg in a few places. I've fractured my skull. I've broke 3 ribs.
And all that was the first week of basic training.
Yeah.
Kev, we're talking about things you've broken in your own body. I broke 3 skulls.
What else? I broke my toe. All sorts. The most painful one though is it wasn't really a break. It's when I was in Iraq. I actually got wounded in Iraq, and I got shrapnel wounds to my chest, and I had a big chunk of metal embedded in my arm there, and it like took a big chunk out of the bone, and that was by far the most painful of them all. I say not really a break, but bloody sore.
So no point putting a pin or a plate in there.
No.
No, you just walk it off.
Yeah, just got up, shook it off, carried on.
Wow, Kev, awesome.
Quite a few.
Yeah, nice one. Let's go to Chris then. You broken anything, Chris?
Only part of my body that's ever been broken is my nose.
Oh, right.
And that was and I've had my nose broken twice, and it was the same incident. Basically, I got into a fight a few years ago, had my nose broken, went to hospital, and the waiting time was ridiculous back then, and it took 2 weeks for them to see me. Right, I had to go in every day for 2 weeks before someone would see me. By that point, it had already set. So we had to break it again to fix it.
And you still married Mrs. Peachy.
Wow. Okay, nice one, Chris. Now, I think, Bobby, you might have broken something before.
Given my dating history, I've had my balls broken quite a few times.
Did you have to have pins or screws?
No pins.
Tattoos.
No pins, definitely. Well, I've only had breaks twice in my life. Once was when I had my accident. I broke my knee, which had to be replaced. I split a lower vertebrae, which had to be held back together with pins. Broke 2 ribs, broke collarbone, and had 16 pieces in the skull, right in the front. And yeah, that was nowhere near as painful as a couple of summers ago going on a hike with my in-laws. And before we even got onto the hike, I slipped on a pine cone and broke my ankle. And stupid me still did 2 miles of the hike.
Ooh.
No
On the
good.
right side, Bobby, I can think of some far more painful things that could have happened to that pine cone.
Yeah, but I divorced her.
Oh, wow. Okay. Cheers, Bobby. Let's go to Southern Andy.
Well, I had my heart broken once when I got rid of my 22nd wife. I shattered my knee joint when I was playing football when I was 26 and landed up with a complete new knee, actually fitted. I was only 27, but when I done it, I just thought I strained my knee, wrapped it with a bandage, and tried to play football the next fucking week. That was a bit of a disaster. Land up with a complete new knee, and I was the youngest person in this part of the world ever to have a new knee fitted. They're usually about 70, aren't they? But I was 27, so I've had that all my life. So yeah, that's about all really. I've not broken anything else.
Right. Excellent. Cheers, Andy. Dave, you broken anything?
Yeah, I was at school. I broke my big toe, and I was in PE. The guy says, "Run, we run." He said, "Stop, we stopped," and my big toe folded on the inside my shoe and just went snap.
Ah.
Yeah, that was nice. But since then, the only other thing, apart from when I cracked my skull, my eye socket, and my collarbone, was broke my rib when I was pushing something at work. That was it.
Jesus. Right. Okay. We've got a new person arrive, and it's only Gaz.
Alright, how's it going?
Hey, guys.
Hi, guys.
Kick him out. He's not coming on the ride on Saturday. Kick him out.
I thought it was a regulator on my bike had gone, but it's looking more like the stator. So.
Is it bad that I don't even know what the stator is?
Yes.
Alternator.
Oh, the alternator. Oh. Right, I know what the alternator is.
Yeah, stator alternator.
What is it bad if I don't know what the alternator is?
Thing with the battery.
The magic thing.
I know what an alternator
The
is.
little hamster inside the wheel that goes round and round and round.
Yeah, I know.
So are you liable for that then, are you, Gaz? Or?
I don't know. I've got to look at it. If it's in some way damaged on, inside by the sudden impact of an accident, and I'll be billing them for it. I'll try and bill them for it.
Yeah. It's just that the bike was worked perfectly well before it went.
Yeah.
Surely logic dictates that it was the crash or.
Yeah.
I
went to a bike mechanics place full of proper bikers with tattoos and Sons of Anarchy types. So, yeah, and they said if there's like one electrical fault, it could have a knock-on effect on something else because the indicators are dodgy at the minute as well. So
Right.
since the accident, so I just haven't got the tools or the space to sort of rip it apart, and so I'll have to take it to them next week.
Well, you just need to put yourself a test ride then, don't you, for Saturday?
Could do.
That'll fix it.
Can I Triumph? Go to Triumph or something.
Yeah.
Or Yamaha. Go to Yamaha. You go to Yamaha places. So we get a test ride.
Go to Bill Smith's. You can get a Yam or a Triumph. It's up to you.
Yeah.
Or Mr. B's got 2 bikes now. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that booster's getting a bit neglected now. He's got a new bike.
Yeah.
He needs a bit of a run out.
Anyway, yeah, we were talking about broken bones. Let's go to, well, we're already on you, Gaz, anyway, so let's, Gaz, you ever broken any bones, mate?
I was doing fine up until I was about 18, and I was just, the day before I went actually to join the army, and I thought I'd go to the cinema with my mates and that, and had a head-on collision on a blind hairpin bend. Bent the steering wheel half of my head, managed to break my jaw in 2 places, my wrist in 2 places, my left kneecap in 2 places, and about 5 of my teeth.
Okay, now.
I got some nice scar in there, and
Alright guys, it's not a competition for
up until that point, I'd never had to go to the dentist. Never had any problems with my bones or anything. I had like stupid Mong strength in my.
Have you noticed these army guys seem to have more breaks than anybody else? Maybe
it's because you've got to be thick to join the army. That's why.
it's the Neanderthal in me.
That's it, yeah.
But yeah, I literally. They were on the phone. Like, so it was the next day. I was supposed to be returning to barracks. And then they're like, "Where are you?" And I was like, "In hospital." And but yeah, basically got MD before I even actually got issued any uniform or anything. So.
That's got to be a record, that mate.
Managed to get back in a few years later.
Awesome. Alright, nice one, guys. So, Keith, you broken anything?
No, I've not broken anything, but I've managed to dislocate all my fingers when someone jumped on my back when I was a teenager, and I fell forward and I landed on my fingers and bent the whole set of 10 right back. That was very painful, I can tell you.
What about your thumbs?
My thumbs were bent back a bit as well, yeah.
And fingers.
So, Keith, who wiped your arse in, mate?
They managed to bend them back. I think that was more painful than having them bent backwards. Or having them bent forwards, it was really painful, I tell you.
That might explain the problem you have with your throttle there, Keith.
Is that what it is? Sorry, I'm losing you again, Chris. I'm sorry, I can't. Must be a bad connection. No, luckily I've not broken anything, touch wood.
Well, we know that. You've certainly not broken any speed limits anyway.
No, I don't do stuff like that. No. It's about the journey, not the destination, Kev, as you know. You won't.
Actually, what the worst thing when I had my accident and that, because I broke my right wrist, the worst thing in the world is not being able to wipe your ass properly.
Oh. I don't know. I can think of worse things.
Yeah, but you can always get help with that.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. Not once you're married, you can't.
Only that's when I wipe my ass. Right, yeah, and that just leaves me. And quite boringly, I haven't actually broken anything. The closest I got to breaking anything was when I was at I must have been about 16 and I was playing rugby. Yes, I used to play rugby. There was a massive scrum.
Up, I take it.
Were you the ball?
Yeah, there was a ball.
You
Everybody knows
were a prop, weren't you, Andy? You were a prop.
No, probably. I was a fast runner. There's a clue.
I bet you're a winger.
Winger, yeah, probably a winger.
Yeah, I used to be a winger.
But basically, there was a big scrum, and they all folded in, and I was left stood up, and there must have been about, I don't know, 6 or 7 bodies all around me, and I slowly lost my balance. And my leg was trapped in the middle of the whole of them, and I just went boom. And I honestly thought I broke my ankle, but somehow, I don't know how I didn't, but it was majorly badly sprained. I was carried off the pitch and flipping ankles like a balloon, but they were broken anything, quite weird really. And the other thing that happened was when that brick hit me in the crash helmet when I was on the high buster, but we've already talked about that before. But that's it, that's all that's ever happened to me. Been quite lucky, I suppose. There we go, so that was quite interesting. Right, I'm conscious that the Q&A is going bonkers yet again, so we'll quickly go into that. And then we will go on to our subject of why ride the style of bike you ride question, or topic. So let's quickly go to Becky, and she says she hasn't broken anything so far, touch wood, but I did badly sprain my foot when I was younger when I was trying to see how high up the stairs I could jump down.
We've all done that.
Oh, we've all done that, haven't we?
Yeah.
That sounds like Keith's little one the other year, last year.
Oh God, yeah.
Can I do 7 steps? Can I do 7?
I wonder if Dad will get annoyed if I chuck everything down the stairs. Yeah, he did get annoyed.
Yeah. Not forgetting going down the stairs in a sleeping bag as well. That was always fun.
Oh, excellent.
Nice one, Bex. So Tosh23 says, have I broken anything? Lots of women's hearts. Yes.
Oh, please, give me a bucket.
Oh, such a sweetie.
And he also says, hello, my spannering chums. Hi, Tosh.
Hi, Tosh.
Hello,
Tosh.
Good on you for helping comment.
Yeah. Top man.
Happy birthday.
Oh, yeah, happy birthday.
It's his birthday. Happy birthday, Tosh.
Happy birthday. Larry Davis is obsessed with nuts, and he's got a sack full of them. Excellent. Oh, Biz. Hi, Biz. How you doing, buddy? He says, LOL, me, broken nose, I think 5 times. Look like fucking Henry Cooper, but much better looking, of course. Oh, brilliant, mate. Nice one. Jasutu77, guys, you are just a bunch of broken goods. Yeah, probably true.
Very much.
Oh, God. What? Tosh? Tosh says, I believe I can fly. How about you?
I think that sounded calm.
Maybe on the high buster.
Really good at flying. It's the landings I struggle with.
Definitely, yeah. Right, let's go. Oh, he just Tosh quickly come back and says, thanks, guys. They say happy birthday, obviously. 35 again. Right, let's go to Big Kev, and he says, no, not broken anything, but nearly a heart attack on the dirt bike. I've heard this. I don't think I've seen a video yet. I've seen some comments floating around talking about, you know.
No, you got to watch it, Andy. It's brilliant.
And you like the thumbnail.
Right. I'll watch that, mate. Everyone's having fun on dirt bikes at the moment, aren't they?
Yeah, now I've got space in the garage again. I was thinking about getting a little dirt bike, but I don't think I will now.
Everyone's going, I'm just going to try out a new dirt bike.
Just put some dirt on your bike, that'll do.
Yeah.
No, dirt on my bike. Brand new.
Keep it shiny.
Yeah.
Biz also says,
Every weekend he's out there polishing it.
Every night when I come home from work, I polish it.
He doesn't take it out of the rain now.
I was going to say, are we talking about the bike still?
Both.
Which one do you use beeswax on?
At the same time.
Brilliant. Right.
That's why I took the baffle out.
You need to.
Was it too big?
You
could have put another one in.
Yorkshire Biter says, hey up guys, how's everyone doing? Doing great, mate. How you doing? Larry Davis has just suddenly remembered the old 10 bob note. Where I should go from there? Larry Davis also says older than God's dog.
When you said how old are you when he was talking earlier on?
I didn't know which god had what dog. Or are you thinking of Pluto? No, that's someone else. Right. Here we go. Oh, right. Gixer 14. Hi, buddy. I met you the other night, didn't we? We had a quick chat. I won't spoil it. I'll have to do a vlog about it or something. But it's quite amazing, actually. But anyway, yeah, I met him whilst I was out on the MT-09 testing around Acapulco. Oh, yeah.
He lives up your way, doesn't he?
Yeah. Good to see you, buddy. And he says also, hi, the last thing I broke was the wife's back door. Oh. Right.
Fair enough.
Oh, Skagy Cruiser on the topic of dirt bikes. I don't want another dirt bike. Already got a bike, and she's a very dirty girl.
That's a bit rapey.
Yeah, but that's our Skaggy.
Yeah, he's a bit rapey. Anyway, right. He says, I miss my dad playing poker. Oh, this is going not in the wrong direction. I miss my dad playing poker every Thursday night in front of the room with all his mates, and all of them having a huge pile of 2p's and 1p's. Phew! Yes. I remember those days, you know, and if you were really poor, you used matches.
Matches, yeah.
Dear. Excellent. Right. Oh, and Larry Davis also says, broken jaw, hand in 3 places, foot and little toe twice, kicked a ball for a dog, missed and hit a pole. Ball or pole? Ball or pole? Oh, it's a pole.
Target fixation, that's what it was.
Yeah, target fixation, yeah. Look where you want to kick. Right. Yorkspite also says, the thing I miss about childhood is having no problems to worry about, no stresses in life, I don't know what sweets to choose.
Fuck off! You're only 12!
He's a child! What does he know?
The thing I miss about childhood is not getting a new Blu-ray for Christmas. Oh, I think I miss about childhood was when we only had 24 meg broadband.
That's right.
Yeah, I've only got 24 meg broadband. Well.
When I was a kid, we used to listen to music on these things called CDs. I'll tell you about those.
Oh, wow.
When you were a kid, how old are you, boy?
Was that before iPods?
We had vinyl and cassettes.
What about vinyl? Dude, I go back to vinyl. Surely you guys must do.
8 tracks.
Maybe not.
8 tracks. They were brilliant.
Chris, I tell you, Keith goes back to further than vinyl, so he goes back to Bakelite.
I remember when we used to listen to music on a lute.
Oh, God, there he goes with his role playing again.
he was there when Henry VIII invented green sleeves.
Right then, do you know what? Let's talk about bikes. Fucking crazy idea, isn't it?
Yes.
So we've got a topic, and it's why the style of bike that you ride. Okay. So no particular order. What sort of bike do you ride? Why do you ride the style, and all the rest of that sort of thing. Let's start with. Well, this will be interesting. So, Andy.
Oh, I thought you would start with me. At the moment, I ride a sports tourer and a Harley Davidson. Why do I ride the sports tourer? Pretty easy, because I like touring on motorbikes and I like going long distances abroad and whatever. So I need a sports tourer. That's why. Why ride the Harley? I've got no fucking idea. I have no idea. In fact, today I was talking to a biker at Harwich. I went out to Harwich and I was talking to a biker there, and we talked about bikes. He said, I was on the ZZR and I said I'd got this Harley, and he went, why? And I went, looked at him and I had to say to him, I don't fucking know. And that is the truth. I don't know why I ride the bloody thing, but I think the sport tourer is the way to go. I'd like a sports bike. I've always liked sports bikes anyway, but because of this knee at an early age, like I said earlier, I've never been able to bend it enough to get to the controls. So sports tourers are bigger and they usually have a a better way of controlling it. So yeah, I like sport tourers. I've always have. And well, I've got a Harley. Sorry, can't tell you.
Right.
Easy as that.
Okay. The days might be numbered for the Harley then.
If I get the Triumph, which I'm looking at, the 1200 Triumph, yeah, it will be very hard between the ZZR to get rid of that or the Harley.
You think about getting the Explorer, right, Andy?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
When I was looking at the Tiger I've got, Jenny came with us, like, and she had a little sit on the 1200 as well, and she actually preferred the 1200 to the 800, but I don't know.
The only reason I go for the 1200 is one reason only. I'm, sitting on nearly 18 stone and 6 foot bloody 2, so I'm quite a lump. I would think that the 800 might be a bit small for me. I don't think it's, I mean, engine-wise, especially if you put all your luggage on and your missus and that, and she's 22 stone, so put her on there. And she's got an arse as big as a fucking bag of spanners. So you get her on there as well. You need a little bit of fucking weight on the front to keep the front wheel up, from coming up. But apart from that, I'm definitely looking at one, mate.
Awesome. Okay. Let's go to Kev then from there, because I'm interested, because Kev used to have an Aprilia and all sorts. So why do you ride the bike that you ride or ridden?
Well, I'm not a fan of sports bikes. Never have. Never liked sports bikes. Just not my thing. I've always really liked naked bikes, like traditional old school type naked bikes, not like the new type of Fandango naked bikes, that look all pretty and angular, like the MT-09 and ZFAO and stuff. Exactly, yeah. But I always thought of getting another naked after the Shiver. I only got the ZZR as a run around, and I never really liked it. It was uncomfortable, and that's why I hardly ever rode it. But I thought of getting another naked after the Shiver, but I took the Speed Triple out, and I took the Tiger out, and the Tiger did everything the Speed Triple could. I couldn't feel any difference in power, really, nothing significant, except I could have all the luggage. There was loads of space on it, and it was a lot more comfortable for someone my size as well. So it was a no-brainer, really. It's just, why not? It's got the power, and it's got the space for someone my size as well. So whether I'll go back to naked bikes, I don't know. I'm back down to one bike again now, so I might get a second bike again. I don't know. See how it goes. Might get an MT-09, Andy.
Oh, that'd be cool. You might well do once you see it now.
You never know. You might win that booster.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Well, that reminds me. I need to get a ticket. Right. Okay, nice one, Kev. From there, then, let's go to Chris Peach. Where you go?
Why am I riding the bike and currently riding? Because I've got no fucking choice.
You've got a bike, though, mate. That's the main thing.
I've had different types of bikes. I started off on a 50cc. We were talking the other night about the 50cc. Well, in fact, no, sorry, Kev, you were saying in your vlog, mate.
Yeah.
I started off with a 50cc Aprilia RS. That was my first bike. Then I got a Suzuki TS50 Scrambler, and from that I got a Kawasaki KMX 200. So I had about 2 years on Scramblers, and watching Big Kev's video today was it was a real trip down memory lane for me. And then I've had cruisers. I've had two Viragos. I've had the 250 and 535. I've had a Marauder, and then I moved on to the Kawasaki, and obviously my Bandit. So I'll ride anything, mate. I just love being on a bike. I don't give a shit what type of bike it is. I really don't. As long as it's not fucking awful, I don't care.
Alright.
Honestly.
Okay, cheers, Chris. That was awesome. Let's go to Bobby then.
Well, when I was growing up, I used to love watching the guys come down the block on their chopped up bobbers and stuff, and loved Evel Knievel, loved the movies that were out, Easy Rider and all that stuff. So definitely was always into cruisers. I do like sport bikes. However, there aren't that many that are big enough for me. because I'm freaking huge. And I did try one. I tried the Hayabusa, and yes, it is a beautiful bike. It is a wonderful bike, but for some reason, on a sport bike, I ride like a complete ass monkey. And I've said it in a vlog before, and I'll always say it. It's not like a sport bike is going to make everybody ride like a retard, but I did, and I know that it's in me. And the last thing I want to do is get out on the road and put somebody else in danger just because that aggressive angle makes me feel like, oh yes, I got to go fast, and I've got to whip around the turns and all that. So cruisers really work for me. And, you get one big enough for me, like my Indian, and it's fantastic. I've got all the power. I've got the turning ability. I've got everything I need. Plus, it's a sexy fucking bike, man. So, yeah, I mean, that's why I ride what I ride, because the Indian is freaking perfect.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Nice one, Bobby. Excellent. And a very nice bike, too. Right, we've got Dave then. Dave.
Well, when I was a kid, as like most of us are, I wanted to go as fast as I could. So I was into the sports bikes and the sporty types, even though I was a big lad, bigger than I am now. And I enjoyed the speed, the acceleration, and that kind of stuff. But now, as I'm getting older, and I'm finding it more difficult to be able to get my neck back and look out forward, I'm restricted now to certain bikes that I can ride. So my choice becomes limited. Instead of riding like Chris Peachy almost anything, I'm now restricted to the sports tourers and cruisers bikes. And if I can continue riding, I'll probably end up on a cruiser rather than a sports tourer, I think.
Okay, awesome, good stuff. Of course, the naked bikes are upright as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like having the wind pushing me off the handlebars. I have my 900 Triumph Sprint with no fairing on it, and the first time I opened it up, I was virtually ripped off the handlebars. As soon as I put the fairing on the front, it was great at 120 at 73. It was great, not a problem.
Okay, excellent stuff. Right, let's go across to Gaz.
I've always liked naked. Well, I've never really been a bike person.
Carry on with that. You just said I've always liked naked.
I don't know why I got into it. It's just I got my mate's Buell off him quite cheap, and I just liked the seat position and all that, and just the lack of power. But it was alright. And then got the Triumph and just the upright sitting position, and you feel all the wind and that, and your legs and your arms and your chest, and it adds something to the experience, I think. And I did consider cruisers. My mates all had Harleys and things, and I thought about going down that road, but then at the time I lived in mid Wales, and I needed something that's going to go around bends and stuff. So I think the naked option was the best one for me. I think that's about it, really. It's just I'm not really a fan of sports bikes. I don't dislike them. I've just never really been fussed about them, and they all look the same to me, sort of thing. But if I did consider one, I'd probably go for like the Daytona or something, because that's probably one of the best ones out there.
Yeah, one of the lads in work's got a Daytona. They are a lovely looking bike.
Yeah.
I must admit they are nice.
Indeed, they are. Richard's back. Richard, are you available to tell us why you ride the bikes that you ride? Do you want to move your microphone down, buddy?
Hello.
Hello.
What's up?
We're just all about the style of bikes and why you ride them. And it's your go.
All right.
Good answer.
So both your bikes are naked, aren't they?
No.
Oh, no, they're faired, aren't they?
One's faired, one's naked.
Any preference?
No.
You prefer scramblers?
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Okay.
No, not really.
Alrighty then.
We're all good at the bikes, you know.
Pardon?
We're all good at the bikes, you know.
Bikes are good, yes. But in particular, the style of bikes that you ride. Now, I've got two, as people know. I've had many bikes in the years, and they've always been of two breeds. Either motocrossers, and that's motocrossers that you can't even ride on the road, although I did modify a couple to ride on the road just for fun, and sports bikes, pretty much. So yeah, and I ride the sports bikes because I like to be able to ride quickly on the road, and I like riding motocrossers because I like to ride quickly off the road. And I used to do, you know, like racing in motocross and stuff and all that. So that's what I've always had. And my last bike was an R1 before I went on to Hayabusa's. And obviously the R1 was a sports bike, and the Hayabusa is classed as a sports tourer, but it goes like a sports bike. It's mental and comfortable and everything else. So it's kind of like a happy medium for me. I could go touring on it comfortably and all the rest of it. And as you know, very recently, I just got an MT-09. And the MT-09, what that does for me is it fills a gap where motocrossing, it feels a little bit when you're riding it like you're on a motocrosser, to be fair. It's almost sort of like supermoto hybrid type thing. And it's got that bonkers power that you got on motocrossers. So it fills that gap. So I'm enjoying that round town at the moment. But I wouldn't go touring on it, obviously. It's not a bike that you really want to be doing more than 100 miles an hour on for any sort of duration of time, you know, if you're on the autobahn or something. But round town, round the city, having a bit of fun, around the streets, it is brilliant. I'm absolutely loving it. So it's filling that gap that I've missed from motocross. And from what I've been seeing recently on YouTube, and I was considering getting a motocrosser again. I think I might leave it for a bit. But yeah. So that's it's a style of bike you ride. I mean, my Hayabusa, I can ride that anywhere. I can ride that into Europe and everything, and still be comfortable and go just as fast as anyone else on a sports bike. So why not, basically? So that's why I ride what I ride. But I do like the power. It's got to have power. If it hasn't got power, then it's there. And that's it, really. So I think that has covered everybody on the panel. So a very good topic, I think. Now then. The Q&A has got some Q's in it, so let's going to quickly pop across to that. Sorry?
You're going to give it your A?
Give it my what?
You give it your A. If you got some Q's in it, you got to give it your A.
All right, okay, Q&A. I was wondering what I was going for a minute. Right, a bit like a stat. Or statter. Right, anyway, so let's go to Larry Davis, and he says, got a 1998 GSX 750F. I have one of those. I had a burgundy one. Lovely and comfy, better than my VS 1400 Cruiser, which I got rid of to get my GSX. Interesting. Yeah, I have quite fond memories of my GSX-F until the clutch started slipping, so I sold it. So I'm getting another bike anyway. So yeah, nice one. The 2277 says, sorry, keys are getting closer by the bottle. Any ideas?
Not a clue.
Okay.
He's thinking about his previous post, riding what he rides because she looks blah blah blah. I think that's what he thought.
Okay. I ride what I ride because she looks. I ride what I ride because she looks me mean. Goes like the clappers, just the right size for me, and makes most Power Rangers cry.
That's why he's saying the keys are getting closer by the bottle, mate. I don't think he's got the typing agility anymore.
Right. Okay. That's what it'll be. Yeah. Sometimes I think, am I just going dyslexic or what? Right. York's Biker says, would you recommend doing a charity ride on a 125? Every charity ride I've ever been on, mate, there's been hundreds of them, all buzzing about, getting in the way. But yeah, I can't see any reason why not. Anyone else want to mention or comment on that one? 125's in the charity ride.
I might ride
Sort
a
of.
moped for charity. The only get me riding a moped would be for charity. If people paid me, I'd do it. I'd hate it, but I'd do it.
I can't get my big ass on a 125 without doing some damage.
Bro, we got to see that.
What's
Bro
your
ride.
ass?
Yeah, God.
It's going to happen. Bobby on the Honda Grom. Jisu277 says true. Okay then. Skeggy Cruiser says it's not the polls you've got to watch for, Larry. It's the checks. Ha ha ha! See what he did there. Also, my reason for the current question is a link to a video, and I'm guessing it's something to do with cruisers. But there we go. There's the link. If anyone sees that, I hope it's not porn. Anyway, Skeggy Cruiser also says. I've got some 16s and some 78s on the record side of things. Oh, yes, I remember those. 45s, 16s.
Yep.
And 78s, right. Mm.
Those were on Bakelite, if I remember right.
Right, okay. And all work perfectly well on the old gramophone. Von Swartznata says, I ride a Kawasaki Ninja because I'm a mad bar steward. Excellent.
Right, speaking of Kawasaki's, what's happened to Mad Max Chaz? Has anyone seen him recently? I can
They're having a break, the best we know.
Yeah, he's had that break, but I spoke to him quite recently. He's been like mad busy with work and everything else, but apparently he's coming back in about 2 weeks.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm. So he's on his way back, not lost forever.
Good, good.
Larry Davis says dial-up broadband. Christ, I remember that. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, God, 56k modem. Go on, like a boss. Yeah, those were the days.
I still use them in work.
Yeah. I thought I was the bee's knees when I got ISDN. Ugh, but let's not get all geeky. 2 channels. Go for it. 128k. Strange noise going on. Okay, Bex88 says, short seat height was in my budget. Great beginner bike, suggested to be reliable, and looks the smiley face.
Bex, we're talking about the bikes, not ourselves. You can't talk about yourself like
that. I don't know what your inside leg is, Bex, but I mean, you can adjust the bikes. Bobby, God, try and be settled for a second. For example, the Triumph Tiger. What have you got, Kev?
What have I got?
Yeah, the Tiger. Which one was it? XCX?
Yeah, not the
XRX.
XRX.
The XRX has a seat height of between 810 and 830, depending on how you adjust it. So, you don't always go by just the standard seat height. You can adjust things, like everything, like your suspension that I did the video on. Maybe that's a topic. Maybe we could talk about. Do you just ride your bike out of the crate, or do you actually adjust it so it suits you? Okay, Larry Davis also remembers the Commodore 64. Yes, I remember the ZX81.
Yeah, I have my ZX81 as well with the 16k RAM pack. Just when you're about to finish the last line of code, would freeze on you.
Yeah,
yeah.
That was an expansion pack for people who are rich. I just had to deal with 1K. Biz, he says, I ride my Stripple because it makes my nutsack tight every time.
That's after he's had them tattoos.
Yeah.
That'll make it tight. And also, Jisu277 says, and her name is Mel, and we've been together for the last 20 years. My missus. Right, we rifled through those. Excellent. That means we can have another topic. Oh, yes, and the topic was... Oh, hang on a minute. Oh, there we go. with her boots on. I love that. Right, Bex88 comes back. She says, trust you to do it in inches. 28 inches without my bike boots on. Without them on. Okay.
The same as me.
What's that in centimetres?
Without my boots. Times it by 24.5 mil.
It's got to be like 800 millimetres, something like that.
I think she's taller than you, Mr. V.
That's not difficult, to be fair, is it? Have you seen the size of my kitchen when I did that bike reveal?
I did, yeah. I was.
Bike reveal.
Yeah, so 28 inches is 71.12 centimeters.
71.12. So if you go on tippy toe, yeah, you'd be like 800 millimeter seat height. Would be okay for you if you tippy toe that. So see if we can get down to that. You can also get lowering kits that make it even lower than the what you can get out of the factory as well. So there we go. You're not restricted that much. Okay. Jisu277 says, what the newer model, hence the Duval. LOL. Okay. Excellent. Right, so we've got time for another topic, and that is going to be vlogging personalities. Okay. There are a lot of vloggers out there, and they've all got their personalities. Some, and I think we've talked about this before, but you know, some of them don't come across as being them, and when you meet them in person, they're like, "Oh, he's not like his channel," or they're all zany, but in actual fact, in real life, they're not, and all that sort of stuff. So there we go. So I think let's start with somebody.
Not me again. Some fucker other. I've got no idea. Hey, we'll pay this bloody thing, so get on with somebody else and I'll come back to me.
I reckon Andy's a nice, cuddly gentleman, really, in his normal life.
You really?
Mm-hmm.
He's a big cuddly bear.
I'll tell you what I think about Andy. I reckon if he'd have been stood in a crowd of people, right, and he'd have seen him picking on that girl, the way he was picking on her and for that comment, he'd have filled every single one of them in, wouldn't he, mate?
I can honestly tell you that I would have told him to fuck off, yeah, and I don't care either. I always stick up for the underdog anyway. I always have, and I always will. But when it comes to personalities, I think personalities when it comes to motovlogging, I think, and we've all said this, if you're going to motovlog, be yourself. Don't be anybody else. Don't try and be anybody else. And what you portray on your vlogs should be what you are in life, I think, anyway. If somebody's complete and utter sort of over the top, sort of, you know, I don't know, just crazy, and then you meet them and they're boring, they're not being themselves, are they? You know, for their vlogs. And I think a lot of people do try and take off other vloggers who are more successful than themselves. And you can see that. And I think also, and I think Bobby's not a typical what I call an American vlogger.
No, he's not.
He's not. He's not a typical. Actually, Bobby is more a British vlogger than an American vlogger. You know what I mean?
With American
style, if we look at his style of vlogging, it's completely different to a lot of American vloggers who are more rash and more, you know, in your face and more up in the air with bikes and, you know, just a bit more crazy. And he's not. He's more the British side of how we do our vlogging. And there's a difference between the two nations, there's no doubt about it. But there again, there's other American vloggers like Bobby who'd be more British than bloody American. But I don't know, I think just be yourself. I know some people come over as nice, you know, and I do understand that in real life they're not quite as nice. So I'm being very diplomatic here. Yeah, Chris is laughing now. But I'm trying to be, you know, I've never met these people myself. The only vloggers I've ever met are the ones who are here. I met them at the Ace Cath, and I can honestly say none of these guys were any different to what they are on here. You know what I mean? So they're all the sort of guys who you can meet up every weekend, any day, and just get on like a house on fire. I like people to be what they are. I don't like false people. And if somebody's false or a piss taker or something like that, I'm going to fucking tell them as easy as that, and I will tell them. You know? So that's the way it is. But yeah, just be yourself. Don't try and be anything different. Don't try and copy anybody. Just be yourself. That's all I can say, really.
Yeah. Okay, nice one, Andy. Who else wants to take up the old gauntlet?
What? Is it me?
Go on then.
Hold on, where's my slings? yeah, don't try whatever you do copying anybody else. You know, you'll break your collarbone or something. You know, it's really bad.
Uh,
No, I think you should have broke the one collarbone, not two.
No, it's the same as what Andy says. Most of us here, yeah, well, all of us on this panel, as genuine as we can be, and none of us try to pull the wool over anybody's eyes. I've met most of the people here. Obviously, there's a few that I haven't been able to meet because of either the distance or since my fall, I haven't been able to go on rideouts. But from what I've seen, and you do get to learn a lot from just watching whilst somebody else is talking. You see how much attention they're paying, for instance, on other people. And everybody I can see here is very genuine. So, yeah, there are people out there, especially the newer ones, that want to break into the vlogging scene. They feel they have to do something to get noticed. Where really you don't have to do anything to get noticed, you just have to put content out that you enjoy making and you're interested in watching. And people will come to you, they will see you, and they will get recommended by other people that have seen you.
Yeah. Okay. Good point.
very good.
Can I just say as well? Can I just say as well that most people like people who listen to them as well. If you go out there and you meet up with other vloggers and you're too full of yourself because I'm a vlogger, I'm better than you, or whatever, that ain't gonna work. But if you let people speak to you and you listen to them, and they know you are listening to them generally, you'll find that they will respect you more for that than anything else.
Yeah. Excellent. Okay. Richard, would you like to have a go at this one?
What was the question again?
As you're vlogging,
Leave him alone.
What?
You broke your head.
I landed on both.
Okay. But the question was, what do you think of some of the styles of vloggers and maybe some of them not being like themselves and they're being a bit false?
There definitely are a few, that especially the ones that have got bigger, that are beyond ridiculous when it comes to false. Where they can't even use their own voice anymore, it seems. They have to put on stupid accents. And you can probably guess what I'm talking about, but they're the ones that I tend to unsubscribe from. I think there's a certain point for some people where they stop replying to comments, they stop talking to people, and they think they're famous. And they're the ones, I think, like Andy was saying, just become not themselves. Personally, I can't be bothered to watch that. I like to watch people who are genuine.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right. Would it be fair to say I think some of them become a brand?
Sorry, Andy, you got loads of echo.
I think it's Bobby. Sorry, Bobby.
Yeah, I'd say, would it be fair to say that I think what you're saying has just made me think, would you say that some of them have become a brand rather than a person?
Yeah, you're probably right, or they think they are. I mean, see, to me, some people think that they're famous, as I say, and you know, you can have 100,000 subscribers. You're not famous. You're just a bloke or a woman on a bike talking. And if you're in this to get subscribers and get viewers, and that's all you care about, then I suppose maybe that's what you turn into. Whereas for me, it's about talking to people who are interesting to talk to, and meeting up with people and going on ride-outs and learning about other places in the world, learning about bikes, all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, you know, you're never going to be famous doing this, so stop trying. It would be my comment to those people. But I don't comment to them because they don't reply, and I've unsubscribed from them and all anyway.
Yeah, that can be irritating, especially put a bit of effort into something and hope that they actually read it and actually respond or acknowledge. But, just getting nothing back is kind of.
I mean, I try and reply to every comment. I'm a bit slow at the minute because I'm one-handed, but it's part of it, isn't it? It's part of having a conversation as opposed to just saying things and moving on to the next one.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And that's another topic that I don't want to start, but it is a topic I'm going to make it up about comments. I think we'll have that one at some point. We might be able to squeeze it in now, actually. You never know. But okay. Let's make a little note. Okay, nice one. Thanks, Richard. Let's go across to Kev then.
I pretty much echo what Richard said, to be honest. There's no point in being fake. What's the point? You know, it's not sustainable, and the vast majority of people can see right through it anyway. It just makes you look like a tit. So I don't see the point. Just be yourself. I like Richard. I'm in it for very much the same reasons as Rich, just to have a laugh and to meet people like you lot. So as long as you get that out of it, who needs to be famous? It's just a ridiculous pipe dream. You're never going to be famous being on YouTube. And one thing that hasn't been mentioned yet, or not, I don't think it has anyway, are these people who give up the jobs and decide to go YouTube full time. I've never heard something so ridiculous in all my life. Why would you want to do that? I don't get it. You know, because it can't be a great deal of money.
But I mean, the amount of money you're going to be making from YouTube, presumably the job you're giving up wasn't that good.
No, true.
It also depends on how many subs you got. Some of these people out there have got millions. I mean, no, not one motor vlogger has got millions. I think RJ is the highest at the moment, but he's not even 500,000. You know? You don't earn a decent amount of money by doing that. You got to be millions of subs and regularly getting thousands of views to be able to earn enough money to do that, and that's hard to do, to regularly have that, to have a guaranteed income.
I think you're unlikely to do that as a motovlogger. That tends to be
very hard.
Girls doing makeup tips, doesn't it? That get the money because they get people like Revlon and what have you to because they know they can sell makeup to young girls.
Yeah.
They have a role model.
You have to think how they're going to be able to get any credit. What's your job? YouTube. And you go, well, how much do you earn? He said, well, it depends how many people click on the like button or click on an advert. There's no regular amount of money there. You can't guarantee that you're going to get that next month because you had it the month before. So no, keep your job, even if it's a crap one, as your main job, and do this for fun, because that's what it should be. We should all enjoy what we're doing here. Because as soon as it becomes a job, then it becomes a necessity and not as good or exciting, which is why I don't make my sculptures to sell, because as soon as that becomes a job, it becomes boring, it becomes mundane and not exciting and not unique.
Okay, nice. Let's go across to Keith then. What do you think, Keith?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of almost the same as what everyone else saying. I mean, one thing I've been pleasantly surprised at, I guess, one thing that this community does do, it breaks down a lot of barriers. I mean, we've all got a couple of things in common in that we all vlog and we all ride motorcycles, but we may never have met each other in our ordinary lives, whether that's because of, what we do or where we live. And I think that for me has kind of been a massive thing for me. I'll be the first to admit that I've had perceptions about different types of people before I met them, just because they've ridden a certain type of motorcycle, even, you know what I mean? I just had this vision that we're going to be a type of person. But this kind of community's kind of broke down those stereotypes, and I've met some really fantastic people. The other thing I've been really surprised at, how unnecessarily tall some people are as well when you meet them.
Don't think that's very fair, Keith. And I think the term was unnecessarily big. I think.
Yeah, I can't remember what I said. But yeah, but you know those sort of things. I mean, it kind of breaks down a lot of barriers. But there are a lot of vloggers that I do watch that I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't necessarily want to meet because of how they come across in their videos. Because I think, well, if that's how you really are in real life, I don't actually think I want to meet you. If I'm brutally honest. It's just not like my type of person. But you know, then again, you know, I might meet them and they might be completely different. So you never know, do you? Sometimes people have got this. Sometimes have this persona, don't they? Sometimes there are they are you know they come across in one way, but when you meet them face to face, they're completely different, aren't they? And yes, Skeggy, I am talking about you, and I mentioned. He's just sent me a message on Skype.
Why is he in here anyway?
Yeah, but you know, no, he was busy. I asked him if he wanted to come and take my place because I was a bit busy a minute ago, but he was busy doing some editing. Yeah, I was in some respects, and I don't mean that in the rude way, Mr. Keggy. It just when I first heard about Skeggy Cruise and I saw some of his videos, I didn't think he'd be the type of person that I could call a really good mate. You know what I mean? As I would call him now, because I had that perception of maybe who he'd perhaps be if I met him in real life. Just because of the type of motorcycle he kind of rode, I just had this thinking he was going to be kind of a, you know, for want of a better phrase, a bit of a Hell's Angel kind of type, you know, not something that I would ever, not ever want to meet. But you know, as you all know, you've all met Skeggy Cruise. He's one of the nicest blokes you'll ever care to meet, and I'm quite proud when I say I'd certainly rank him as one of the best people I've ever met ever. Because he's just so genuine, you know what I mean? You know, and as you all are, I've met you all, apart from Bobby, of course, and Chris, because obviously you guys are too far away. But everybody else here I've met, and I can honestly say I'd call you, you know, best friends. I really would.
That goes back to what we were saying earlier about what bike you ride and why you ride it. Because we found out since that Skeggy rides because of the illnesses that he has, and that's really one of the only bikes that he can ride.
Yeah.
So
Well, I don't think being mentally ill should affect the bike you ride.
It makes you buy a Harley.
Hey,
yeah, I haven't bought a Harley yet.
behave yourself. I always stick up for the afflicted, you know that. And I'm fucking afflicted, I'm sure I am.
I'll miss those vlogs of you going. But anyway, let's carry on with the topic. Let's go across to Gaz. Gaz, what do you think, mate, about vloggers and style and all that sort of stuff?
It's a bit of a tricky one because it's not as black and white as you think. Because there's a lot of channels out there where the persona, the voice that they put on, like Hepcat Harley and all that, and I don't know if after speaking to Captain Rambunctious on Tuesday, it's part of their channel, and it's adds a bit of comedy value to it. But there are people out there that copy the larger vloggers. There's one, he rides the same bike as me, and he copies a big Australian vlogger.
Oh, come on, just name names. Why are you just fucking say who you're talking about?
Alright, Triumph.
Thank you.
And beginning of his vlogs, he puts on this accent, and then at the end he's talking in his own accent. Like, why not just be yourself, all the way through and things like that. But then again, you see all these other the American vloggers. You said the American style and the British style. It's like when you watch films that you see these American films. That can't be real. I don't know if Kev, you can vouch me on this. When you're serving with the Americans in the forces, you're like, God, that is real. They are really, the films don't really exaggerate it. And you know, you just got to bear in mind the different sort of cultures and you know how people are in their vlogs and things. But trying to imitate other vloggers, it kind of gets annoying.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Nice one. I'll take you out of the uncomfortable seat. Okay, let's go to Chris then.
God. All right.
Has everybody got the finger on the mute button just in case?
There are a lot of people on YouTube who are very, very fake. They portray a persona that isn't really them, and they will get found out. There are people who look up, who was it? I think David, said it. You get new guys coming into the scene and sort of, so they want to cut their teeth, sort of thing, and they're like, okay, you know, who do I like watching, and who do I want to be like? I think, in a sense, I think it's something that people tend to grow out of. Depends on if you're talking flat out copycatting, or if you're talking about sort of basing yourself on someone, or looking up to someone in particular. And it can be dangerous for that person, because you put someone on a pedestal and you put them so fucking high up that, you know, you're setting yourself up, really, when the truth comes up. But yeah, there are individuals that I come to mind who will ignore other vloggers completely when they see them at meetups and ride-outs and stuff like that. There are people who are just downright rude and don't answer comments. There's a few people that some of the bigger vloggers who I subscribed to early on, and then subsequently unsubscribed from when they didn't answer comments. For me, that's always been a thing. If I'm taking the time to watch a video and I'm putting a comment on your video and I'm saying, you know, good video, well done, I really enjoyed this, blah blah blah, and they're too busy answering booking, then I just think to myself, well, why am I wasting my time watching you and commenting on your video? You know, if you're not going to bother replying to comments. So, yeah, it's about as generalised as I can be.
Yeah. Okay, nice one, Chris. So let's go across to Bobby.
Just be real. That's all there is to it. I know when I first started, I was kind of trying a little hard to, you know, be a vlogger, you know, and I looked back at that after a while and just said, you know what, that's not me. You know, and I got out there and it just, you know, whatever comes out, comes out. And that's the type of vlogger I like to watch. That's the type of person I like, you know, to spend my time looking at or listening to. People who put up true-to-life, real content. People who are kind of letting you into their lives a little bit, you know, and you're kind of sharing a moment, even though you may not be in the same room. As far as, you know, the comments, I don't always get to comment on every video I watch, but I try to do, you know, some from time to time. When people comment on my videos, though, I may not get back right away, but I am sure as hell going to get back. I am always going to, you know, respond to the comments that go up. It's a little tough for me and Suffolk Andy. You and I are kind of in the same boat with the you know, dyslexia and stuff like that. So sometimes I have to sit there and think and think and think and think, and then I can probably get something out.
Some of us just can't read and write.
Yeah. But when it comes right down to it, the people I watch are the genuine sort. You know, you put on their video, and if you should happen to run into them, they're exactly the same person. You know, I tend not to try, you know, or tend not to go crazy with the unsubscribing. I don't like to ever negatively affect someone else's channel because they're out there doing it. You know, even if they're not doing it in a way that I truly think is fantastic or you know, legit, you're doing it. Give them props for that. But doesn't mean I have to sit there and suffer through it. My big message is I put out a video about 6 months ago or so called, you know, Who Are You Really? It ended up being a pretty long one, but you know, my big message to the folks out there is if you're going to do it, just do it and be you, because that's the only way people are going to stick by you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Excellent. Okay. Cheers, Bobby. Right, I think I've got through the entire panel. That just leaves it to me. And I would say, well, my own personal experience of not being yourself, because this kinds to be the general consensus of being yourself. When I started the channel, it was just going to be DIY stuff. I never intended to do vlogging. And then, you know, it seemed like a good idea for the safety thing, having a camera on, so I thought, okay, we'll go and do that, and maybe I can become a vlogger too. And my very first, when I got the camera, I put it on, put the microphone on it, tested it, worked, got on the bike and rode it round and tried to do a vlog. And for some reason, I was trying to be like some zany, fucking, yeah, check me out, and it was horrid. When I got back, the footage was just terrible. I sounded like a complete dick. And Mrs. B said, who the hell's that? It's shit, rubbish. And so the next time I went out, I just was myself, and then everything was fine, and here we are. So yeah, I think I pretty much what everyone else has said is, you know, be yourself and everything else. I think you can detect when channels or people that are doing vlogs aren't being themselves. I think that the easiest way to tell when someone's being genuine or not is if you think you could be their friend, and just by the way they come across. And some of some vloggers come across with a great big barrier up that says, you know, if I saw you in the shit, if I saw you in the street, you know, I
saw you in the shit.
Well, I suppose that you could use that terminology as well. Would they come and help you if they saw you in the proverbial?
Well, that's it. So I think, you know, you know, like the people on this panel tonight, everyone knows each other. We haven't not all met each other, but we know that if we did, they'd just be the same as they are that you see, you know, all the time. There wouldn't be a different persona, you know. So yeah, I would just say, you know, if you want to get to vlogging, then try and be yourself. And for those vloggers out there that are trying to become a brand, you know, it's a lot of hard work. You're gonna have to maintain that different persona, and also, I think someone else said, you know, you need millions of subscribers to actually earn an income worth having. And motovlogging is a small niche which doesn't get. I mean, if you want to make lots of money in subscribers, I think video game does really well. You know, if you want to make money from YouTube, but I think in terms of vlogging, it's going to be very difficult to make any sort of decent income. So there we go. You know, one day it might go massive, but you know, I think that when the government start encouraging people to get on motorbikes, it might change. But at the moment in the UK, they're just trying to screw everyone on motorbikes and everything else. That's a different subject. Anyway, so that's my thoughts on it. Alrighty then. The Q&A's gone bonkers, so what I'll do is I'll go into the Q&A, sort that out, and then it will be time to go off air because we've done our 2 hours. And then we can say what we really think. Oh yeah! You really want to get on these hangouts sometime? Everyone's welcome, by the way, on these hangouts. Yeah. So please, if you want to join, just send me a message and I'll give you details how you get involved. There are no barriers to get on hangouts. Right. Okay.
And most of us will make room for you if it's full and you want to get on. There's always somebody that will drop out.
Yeah, the regulars, you know, well, I mean, obviously the host I can't, but, you know, obviously Bobby's got a hangout as well. Don't forget Bobby's got a hangout. There's a little shout out to Bobby's on a Tuesday, same time as this one, funny enough, which is awesome because that means us Brits can get on it too.
Yeah.
All good. Right, so let's do the Q&A, and then, in fact, Bobby, I definitely need to do a vlog and do you a shout out at some point. Very soon, I think. if you can hear me over the apropos bit, but that's another video coming soon. Right. Cruiser, he says, I've met all the panel except for Chris and Bobby, and all are big-headed bastards. I mean, in my case, if I didn't like someone, then I wouldn't converse with them. Exactly.
To be fair, I've met Skeggy a few times now, and he's exactly the same every time you meet him.
Yeah.
He's the most bigoted man you've ever met. Oh, he hates everybody. He's got a list.
He muddles himself on a computer game.
Oh, he does. He does. He's got lists of people that he's planning on taking out, and I don't want my help.
Wants to deafen them before he does anything else to them. That's why he keeps coming around me and always in front of me when we go on the ride outs.
The things he says he wants to do to people as well. You won't do it to your worst enemy.
I asked Skeggy if I could sit on his bike, and he said, well, my PayPal address is...
Yeah, I had that as well.
Outrageous.
You know what?
I
things
thought-
he says he'd do stuff. The things he said he would do to people, only Tosh23 would like.
Yeah.
I thought when I asked to sit on his bike, he was telling me to F off, but he actually said, go fund me.
Excellent. Okay, so let's go to Larry Davis, and he says Southern County is true what he says. Yeah, about being genuine and everything else. Be yourself. It's really easy to be yourself as well, isn't it? I find. It's
And
not,
you don't have to remember the things that you were trying to put out.
yeah, I mean, you watch my vlogs. I'm always saying,
Yeah.
Bonkers.
bonkers. Right, Blood Notice. Hey, that's a new one. Hi, buddy. And he says, good evening, everybody. Smiley face.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Blood Notice. I always like to see new blood. See what I did there. Thank you. Okay, let's go to Big Cow. I'm guessing he's going to go. Oh, yeah. So he said that he must go. See you later, guys. Ride safe, mate. Ride invisible. Excellent.
See you later,
Thank you.
Hey, buddy.
Later, Gav.
Let's go to Bex. He says, you don't have to say if you don't want to, but wondering what sparked the... Oh, say. The DB garage thing, Peachy. Just curious. I think we might have already covered that in a recent topic.
Yeah, honestly, the honest answer to that is I don't know. So if anyone out there or in the panel does know, tell me, because I'm still trying to figure that out.
Well,
I
that's
don't
it,
even know what you're talking about.
Hey, Bex, if there's a seat open, you can always come and join us when we go off air, you know? You never know. Okay, so
What are we actually talking about?
we're talking about the Q&A at the moment. And
No, I mean the DB garage thing, Peachy.
yeah, well, if off air, we'll do that off air now. I don't want to get to that because there is not enough time to give it justice because we've got like 3 minutes, which is just enough time for me to get through the Q&A and then for us to say goodbye.
You don't even want to know what I can do in 3 minutes.
No,
I
Twice
could do it
even.
twice.
probably do it 3 times, yeah. No,
Where are your hands, Kev? Where are your hands?
Don't close your eyes. Right, let's
I
go
could
to
do it in
Mike.
3
Right, he
minutes,
says,
and that includes
Andy.
time to eat the pizza.
Oh, this is actually a good comment. Hang on, good comment. Pause, a good comment. Oh, wait, right, said, Andy, I think it's an age thing. This is about the blogging styles and everything else. Bobby's a little different from Flora Rider. Oh, Florida Rider. Sorry. I read that as Flora.
I was going to subscribe to Floral Rider.
I know, I was thinking that. Spread it on your toast. Anyway, Florida Rider or Glover INTL. Or
International.
Or, oh wow, there's a lot of walls there. Or Suburban Rider even. It's younger people who aren't confident in their own skin who need to copy others. As we age, I don't know what you're talking about there, we remain natural or unable to act.
Yeah, good one.
Yes, that's a good comment there, mate.
That was fantastic.
As we age, some of us find it hard to read.
As we age, we just move towards that point that inevitably everyone gets to when they're 80 and they say whatever they think, no matter how offensive.
Yeah.
We're all on that path, aren't we?
Yeah.
I think I might already be there.
Well, there is that.
I'm an 80-year-old stuck in a 30-year-old's body.
The thing about you, though, Kev, is, I mean, and maybe I should point this out now that we're talking about it, is that you're not genuine at all. if you've ever met Kev, you know how Tally Bally Ho, what's he called? Captain Rambunctious talk. That's I think it's an army thing, but that's how Kev really talks. Coming for a ride out, young chap. All the time.
Oh, Andy, thank you for that ice cream. It's jolly nice of you, you know.
Are you about to turn that camera on, young boy? Yes, I am, Kev. Hang about.
Right, what's going on, like?
It's like, who's that?
Hey.
He starts undoing wheel nuts and all sorts of stuff, but only
You've got to admit, though, my Scouse accent is pretty good.
It's not bad. It's not bad. Sometimes it slips into Queen's English.
It's almost as good as my African accent. I'm telling you, my friend.
Again, if we're gonna, you're gonna tell the truth, you might as well do it now, Dave.
Well, I was born in Ngutu, very close to my hometown.
Right. Okay, let's get through this Q&A. Right, okay, excellent stuff though. Biz says, slight swerve off topic, broccoli challenge springs to mind. What gives, Mr. B? Well, what gives is there was lots of delays, and then my main camera that we record stuff with, like everything else that you've seen where we're sort of like static, is broken, which is like really annoying. And it broke when I went to do that review of the GSX S. And it needs fixing, and I haven't been paid yet. As soon as I get paid, the camera's getting fixed, we'll do it. Honestly, we will. And I can't apologise enough for the delay to the Brocky Challenge winners. All right, but it will get done. But, you know, I can't do it with a bloody GoPro or one of these. It just doesn't work. I had to use it for the unboxing, which went really well, didn't it? Because you saw the whole entire room. Okay, so that's why we can't use that one for it. So it will get done, though. I promise. Right, okay. Pamrific says, my wife's asked me to choose her. Okay. My wife's asked me to choose between her and my motorbike yesterday. So now she's on eBay. Exactly. Larry Davis says, quickly, Skeggy was the first vlogger I saw, and I keep up with his vids. Awesome.
Never mind. You'll learn soon.
Never mind. There are other vloggers that are available. Jim Modin, that's a new one. I could just say to check out a vlogger on tits, or whatever that is. Or was it called called? Thought I'd see him play a computer game, but I saw someone begging for money from children 15 minutes before I could not be bothered to look more, and and I no longer follows the individual. Okay, so basically a vlogger was asking kids for money, I think is what he's trying to say there. So yeah, I wouldn't follow that person either, personally.
I'm intrigued at what a vlogger on tits is.
Yeah.
They do computer games, apparently.
I want to be.
Did you do a search for that?
I think we might have seen one on Tuesday that might be on tits, but anyway, that's another story, isn't it, Bobby?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, boss. Right, okay. So Jasutu77 says, don't like to pass judgment, take all this for entertainment value. Having said this, held high value for a well-known vlogger before near me, and it turned sour. Still watch his vids for entertainment value, but that's where it ends. You live and learn. Sorry, mate. No, I don't know who that is, but I'd be interested to know. Or you have to come out of one of these hangouts and go off air and maybe talk about it. You never know.
I'll just put the name in the Q&A.
Yeah, I don't understand why people do this whole secrecy thing. I don't want to name names. Just name the fucking names. Just say who you
It's a British thing.
I know.
All right. It's Tib, the infamous biker. Okay.
No one likes that.
Anyway, Larry Davis says, I vlog for fun and enjoying it. Oh, you vlog? Okay. Well, you'll have to send us a. I'll follow that link and we'll go and have a check, mate. I always like to check out new vloggers and see what's going on there. Excellent.
Yep.
Oh,
the way I see it, if you're gonna make public content and put it out to the world, obviously the world aren't watching, but it's public and anyone in the planet can find it if they want to. you've got to be able to take criticism. So not being able to mention people's names and stuff, I don't see the point. Just you're putting your name out there, so you've got to be able to take criticism.
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
criticise anyone lately? Or?
Okay. So anyway, I'm conscious of time, and I know Bobby needs to get going, so let's quickly do this last one from Matt Davis. And he says, I like to learn what people say and also like to watch the good vlogs. I would like to go on ride-outs, but I don't know anyone who rides around Yeovil or Chard. Well, that's where you need to go to motorbikecommunity.com and get on there. And Kev, if you want to put a link down below for that one. And Motorbike Community there, you'll be able to meet up with people there and maybe get a ride out that way. Okay.
You'll have a map up as well eventually showing where people are, so you might find some posts you think.
Pressure's
on. I am working on the member map.
That's my idea.
Take some time. It's going to take some time to get back in.
Yeah.
But I am working on it.
I understand. Okay, excellent stuff. That's the Q&A cleared away. Fantastic. So now we've kind of overrun a little bit, but it's time to say goodbye. So what I will do is I'll get Bobby to go first because I've got a feeling he needs to dash. So Bobby, would you like to say goodbye to everybody?
It's time for me to get the heck on out of here because I got to get my kids. Come by and check out the hangout on Tuesday night, and remember to show up here again next week for the Green Dumb Fully Loaded hangout. You all ride safe, ride classy.
Cheers, Bobby.
Cheers, Bobby.
Cheers, Bobby.
Later, everybody.
See you later.
Right, Chris, would you like to say goodbye to everybody?
So long, farewell, I'll be the same, pet. Oh, wait, that's fucking George. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. See you soon.
Nice one. Cheers, buddy. Gaz!
See you later.
Cheers, Gaz.
Thanks for watching.
Nice one. Okay, and get that bike fixed. Right, Keith.
Goodbye, everybody.
Okay. Shall we stay on you for a little bit for an awkward silence? Oh no, don't start doing those faces. I've still got nightmares of Richard. Alright, let's go to Kev.
Haven't you people got wives or homes or
No, I haven't
pets
got a
or
wife
anything to
anymore,
go
Kev.
to? Stop watching 10 idiots on a hangout. Go on, piss off. Bye.
Cheers, Kev. Nice one. Richard.
What?
Would you like to say goodbye to all the viewers that are watching you saying what?
How many are there?
Right this second, there are 15.
What are the names?
John, Paul, George, and Ringo.
They're not here to see me anyway.
I think probably a few of them would be the people that have been commenting tonight and asking questions.
Okay. I've forgotten who they were. Skeggy? Was Skeggy in?
Skeggy was definitely up there.
I've just seen what he said though, so I'm not saying goodbye to that.
It means see you
Nah.
next time.
No, I don't want to.
Okay.
Move on.
Cheers, then. Right, let's go to something Andy. Would you like to say goodbye to everyone?
Yeah, it's been a very enjoyable night. It hasn't been that crazy tonight. We've been quite sensible for a change half the time. That was the quickest 2 hours I can remember. And I always leave you with a bit of advice, but tonight I am going to be actually serious about this because of the last question. If any of you folks out there are thinking about vlogging or doing it, just remember, just be yourself and you'll be fine. And that's it. Just be yourself. Don't copy anybody else. You don't need to.
Least of all, don't copy us, bloody lot, because we're crap.
No.
Shit.
If you try and copy me, you'll just be up to your balls in fucking sheep. So just don't try it.
I try and emulate that every time.
Don't copy that.
It's easy to copy me. Just swear a lot. If you swear a lot, that's it. All I do.
And say sorry a lot.
And say sorry. Yeah. Offend people and say sorry.
And say, what's going on, people?
I don't say what's going on, people.
No, he says, what's going on, people, with a straight face and all stuff.
What's going on, people?
Right.
Is this still on? What's
Yeah, we're still on. Dave, would you like to say goodbye to everyone?
Yes, don't copy anybody. So I will just say the configuration and juxtaposition of this hangout has been extraordinarily episodic.
Yeah, go along with that.
Yeah, good
that just leaves me as well then, and I'll quickly dive to the Q&A. Thanks all for watching. I'll quickly run down the Q&A. So Skeggy Shooter says, great viewing, chaps. See you next time. Blood Notice says, good night, everybody. Cheers, buddy. Says, Richard must have knocked on his head. The crash looks a bit bewildered. Bless. Little Boy Blue says, good night, chaps.
Right.
Again, back in. Good night, folks. Live well and prosper. Some sort of weird thingy that you do like that. And also, Skate Cruiser says, see you next Tuesday. Yeah, got that one, mate. And there's a link there from Skate Cruiser. And thank you, chaps. I believe that is from Mary Davis. Awesome. Right, so there we go. Thanks for everyone for watching. It's been awesome. I've enjoyed it. We've been half sensible tonight as well, which is amazing.
It's been decidedly average.
Decidedly average, yes. Which isn't bad for us. And we will see you next week. And don't forget, Bobby has a hangout on a Tuesday as well, same time as this. And that's always entertaining too as well. So there we go. Right.
Mr. D?
Yes.
Can you see me right now?
Nope.
You know why? Because I'm invisible.
Rude, are you?
I'm invisible.
Oh, brilliant. Very good. Very good. Okay, like that. Yeah, so, and exactly what don't forget to ride safe, ride
invisible.
Good night.